Let me explain to you how to get a 9 in any GCSE subjects in just 1 minute. And trust me, you're gonna want to save this video for later. My name's Celia, I got almost all grade 9s at GCSE. Those 2 8s are the bane of my existence. And this is a foolproof formula for success for any subject. And a little bonus tip, I'm posting my top GCSE tips and tricks every single day until your exam. Be sure to follow so you don't miss out. Getting a grade 9 at GCSE is not just about knowing stuff. I do economics at uni, but if I had to go and do GCSE economics again, I still don't think I'd get a 9. Because I don't know how to answer the exam. This is such a key thing that I need you to understand. Getting good grades is not about knowing everything. It's about knowing how marks are awarded in the exam. Because when you know that, you can properly allocate your time. GCSE exams are borderline an endurance test. You don't have enough time. Each and every one of you would get better grades if you had more time in the exam. You need to stick to a minute a mark. And even if you don't understand how to answer an exam question, if you can say, okay, there's 2 AO1 marks on offer, which is 2 knowledge marks, no matter what subject, it could be like GCSE English Literature, if you just write a definition down, that is knowledge and that is a mark. There were definitely questions I didn't know in my GCSE exams, but I was like, right, 1 mark is better than 0 mark. Because remember, you don't need like 100% to get a 9. In the sciences, it's like 75, 80. In maths, it's significantly less. You need to pick up any marks that you can. And if you don't know the answer to a question, do not get stuck on it. Just leave it and come back to it. That is the biggest mistake I see people make. They just run out of time for the last questions in the paper, which is really annoying if you know how to answer them. Because you spend ages fumbling around trying to get the answer right to a question you didn't really know the answer to. You've missed the questions you definitely could answer. Alright, that's enough about exams. Content. Look, to get a 9, you need to know basically all the content. Could be a few things like minute details of the specification you're a bit shaky on, but fundamentally you need to be knowing and understanding all the content. But there's so much content because you do so many GCSEs, so how do you allocate your time? Work on your weaker areas. There is a reason your teacher makes you do these like RAG checklists. They're not a waste of time. You actually do need to focus on your weaker areas. And this is really annoying because you don't want to do it. Especially if you find the topic boring or particularly hard. I avoided moments in physics like the plague because I just didn't get them. But I just locked in and forced myself to do it. And finally, I got the marks in that exam. I know I got the marks in the exam because I did so much revision on it. The point is, your revision is way more effective when you work on these weak areas than it is if you're spending time reviewing stuff that you already know. I'm not being funny, in geometry I didn't need to review the names of different sided shapes, but I did need to revise iteration because what was that? So if you review content you find difficult, understand how the marks are awarded in the exam, do exam practice under time conditions, and actually plan the revision that you're going to do, this is how you get all grade 9s. Comment if you want to stay on StudyTop, and definitely follow so you don't miss out on my top exam tips.